Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us for WNY News Now on this Friday. I'm Justin Gould. Happening now, state police are continuing their search for a missing Bust-Eye woman.
Plus, deadline in the case against a climber man who has been extended. But first, we get a check at our forecast with Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
Hey, Dakota.
Hey, John and Jay, I got it right this time. And John, I love that jacket you're wearing. I wish I could find one in my size, but it's this that doesn't cooperate. Here's First Defense Doppler radar. A lot of the rain that we had this morning is now starting to taper off, but there will be some more rain to go through as we go throughout the afternoon. The good news is all this rain is going to help knock some of this tree pollen down. Again, as we get into spring and summer, this is just going to get worse. So if you're like me and you have terrible allergies, we're going to be suffering through this stuff through the next several months. So not a good time. Hour by hour, a lot of computer model guidance is trying to spike us up into the upper 40s. I don't agree with that. I'm keeping the temperatures down into the lower 40s because of the rain and the cloud cover, and more rain will come our way tonight with a frontal system, and it changes to something else for Sunday. We'll talk about it with that Brotherhood Property Maintenance 7-Day later on in the show. John and Justin.
All right, Dakota, thank you. Our top story, New York State Police conducted a follow-up search for a missing woman, Corey Anderson, Friday morning at 5230 Slide Road in Ellery. New York State Police investigator Joseph Smith told WNY News Now around 5 officers and 3 state police canines searched the property that Anderson used to own. Now, under new ownership, the lot is slated to go under construction in the near future. Smith said that the owners gave investigators another chance to comb the property before structural changes occur.
Corey actually had ownership of some of this property up in there at the time of the disappearance. Since there's going to be some alterations up there, we figured this is the last shot we're going to have without, before somebody starts tearing down some structures or, moving some earth. So we just wanted to take it now, and since we were given the opportunity and we have all our own dogs, we figured what we're going to do. We're going to burn 8 hours of our dog handler's time, so we might as well take a shot at it. We don't really call it a cold case. We continue to work on cases like this and like other cases. You just, if you get a lead that comes up, or every couple months you're recontacting somebody, it's just with the changes in technology, and you see it in the media nowadays. 20 years later, people are solving crimes and solving disappearances. So we're not going to sit back and wait. We're going to.
Now, unfortunately, Smith said police did not find any new evidence following Friday's search. Anderson first went missing in October 2008. Smith said anyone with information in the case should call New York State Police in Jamestown. The number is 716-665-3114. Now, Smith was part of the original search for Anderson in 2008. He said he will keep fighting to find out what exactly happened to the missing mother.
The deadline to advance the federal child porn case against former Climbers Central School teacher Scott Akins was postponed for a second time. The U.S. Attorney's Office tells us that the Rule 48B for Akins is now scheduled for May 20th, and it was originally scheduled for December 18th before being moved to March. The date is a deadline in which the federal government needs to present a charge to a grand jury. Akins was charged by a criminal complaint in September for child pornography possession. If convicted, Akins faces a mandatory penalty of 10 years in prison and a $250,000 fine.
And a Jamestown man has been charged with driving while intoxicated after he crashed his vehicle while driving on Route 426. That's according to the Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office. Deputies said that 58-year-old James V. Sanford was charged with DWI, speeding, and unsafe lanes change. Sanford was also charged with criminal mischief in the 3rd degree after he allegedly damaged property at the sheriff's office.
A proposed move for bail reform by Governor Andrew Cuomo has state district attorneys, police chiefs, and sheriffs urging caution about just letting anyone back into the community. The state associates for all three have issued a statement saying that judges and magistrates should should be able to hear evidence on whether the defendant is a flight risk or a danger to others before determining bail. In addition, they call for district attorneys being afforded the opportunity to offer rebuttal arguments as to the consequences of releasing a defendant into the community. The group said there must be safety measures in place to prohibit dangerous individuals from automatically being freed into the community, but support measures to free nonviolent defendants who are not a risk to flee.
Well, happy Friday to everybody. Thanks so much for joining us and for being here with us. And the producers, this is actually kind of funny, a behind-the-scenes thing. My microphone isn't working, so they gave me another microphone during that first sound package with the trooper, and that one didn't work either. And I have a third one, and it doesn't work. So hopefully you can hear me okay. I talk
If not,
pretty
we
loud.
can share this.
We
I
can
can
just
hold
share.
it.
There
Yeah.
you go. There you go. So hopefully you're all having a great Monday, and certainly big news with that Corey Anderson search. Obviously, that case has really captivated a number of people throughout this area, and they really want to know what happened to her. Unfortunately, police did not find really anything today of new interest to them, but they said that it was certainly a chance to look at that property again. They were given a chance to look at it again. They figured, why not? Certainly, great work by the investigators. Unfortunately, they didn't find anything, but nevertheless, they are being due diligent and looking for more information in that. So we commend them for that. So I want to check in with the comments, saying hello to Al. Good afternoon to you. Gary, good afternoon to you. David, great to see you. Victoria, Jeff. It looks like Andrew is watching. Don is watching. Gary, TR. Chrissy is here. And good afternoon to Alberta as well. Hopefully you are all having a great day out there. Saying hello to Ken. So great to see all of you chime in with us this Friday. Coming up, we have so much more to tell you about. Facebook, accused of racial discrimination. Why? We'll let you know.
But first, warmer weather is bringing out ticks in full force. Stay tuned to see how to protect yourself. Dakota?
Remember, Justin, sharing is caring. There's the live look from the Seneca Allegheny Casino Sky Vision camera, and you can see some of the low clouds and the rain. More of that is on the way. News Now at Noon continues in just a minute.
Live and on demand, you're watching WNY News Now.
Now open in downtown Jamestown, Pearl City Hops, restaurant and tavern.
I have some real old-timey dishes on there that I'm just giving new life to. Like there's a shepherd's pie on there that's going to have some bison in it, real thick hearty gravy. Then I'm also doing beer flights. We're pairing it with a set of sliders, a set of tacos, and a set of mini rolls. So everything's going to have its own pair, so you can get a taste of a little bit of everything and all the beers. We don't want to be known as the restaurant in the hotel. We want to be known as Pearl City Hops.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
And happening now, the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation is urging residents to protect themselves from ticks as warmer weather brings out the bugs in full force. DEC officials say there are steps that can be taken to avoid ticks and Lyme disease. Now, ticks are very small bugs that can spread Lyme disease and other various diseases throughout their bite. Deer ticks live in shady, moist areas at ground level, And they cling to all tall grass, brushes, shrubs, and usually are more than 18 to 24 inches off the ground. They also live in lawns, gardens, and especially at the edge of woods and around old stone walls. And experts say once a tick gets onto the skin, it usually climbs up the body until it reaches a protected area, such as under clothing. Ooh, gives you the heebie-jeebies there. In tick-infested areas, the best protection is to avoid contact with soil, leaf, litter, and vegetation. For a full list, visit our website, WNYNewsNow.com. Kind of sounds like we shouldn't even go outside. Ugh.
And New York State is tackling the national opioid crisis by suing the billionaire family behind OxyContin. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says an average of 130 Americans die every day from an opioid overdose. New York State already has an open lawsuit against drug maker Purdue Pharma, but the newest suit adds Purdue's owners, the Sackler family, as defendants. 5 other companies and 4 distributors were also named in the amended lawsuit.
And as Purdue sold more and more opioids, the Sackler family transferred more and more and more wealth to their personal accounts. And as the lawsuits have piled up against the Sackler family and Purdue for their roles in this crisis, they continue to move funds into trust and, yes, offshore accounts to be out of the reach of any potential recovery or out of the reach of the long arm of government and law enforcement.
Nearly 40 states have brought cases against Purdue and other opioid drug makers. A spokesperson to the Sackler family says Purdue only accounts for up to 4% of opioid prescriptions in the U.S. In the statement, the family also cites donations it has given to help prevent and treat drug abuse and addiction. Earlier this week, Purdue Pharma agreed to pay $270 million to settle a lawsuit brought by the Oklahoma Attorney General.
And Facebook is being accused of racial discrimination in targeted housing ads. The Department of Housing and Urban Development announced Thursday it's charging the social media giant with violating the Fair Housing Act. HUD says Facebook allowed advertisers to restrict who can view housing ads based on race, nationality, religion, familiar status, neighborhood location, sex, and disability. Federal housing officials say the charges against Facebook go further than its own platforms, claiming the network collects user data from other websites to inform ad decisions. Now, Facebook leaders say they're surprised and disappointed by HUD's decision because they've been working with civil rights groups to make changes to the platform. Facebook also accuses HUD of insisting on having access to sensitive user data, and Facebook was trying to address complaints of discriminatory ad practices.
2 communities linked by unimaginable tragedy are now dealing with more loss. The apparent suicides in Parkland, Florida and Newtown, Connecticut are drawing focus to the long-term psychological impacts of trauma. The stigma around suicide can be difficult to navigate, but as Meredith Wood explains in today's Health Minute, it begins with communication.
The period after a traumatic loss is marked by a series of cruel questions.
What more could I have done? And why did this happen? And maybe even, why not me?
And while time does help some, it can make others feel worse.
They begin to feel more alone and feel unsupported and feel like they don't have permission to talk about it.
The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline provides a list of warning signs to help identify if a loved one is at risk. Among them, reckless behavior, irregular sleeping, and extreme mood swings. Suicides can also cluster in communities. The solution begins with providing healthier models of behavior.
What we really need to see more of and give more contact for people is our peers who have gone through these situations, essentially who found ways to cope through seemingly the impossible.
Communication and empathy are key to helping people at risk feel less alone.
Any measure of pain is more tolerable if we're sharing it with somebody else.
For today's Health Minute, I'm Meredith Wood.
Meredith, thank you. If you or someone you know might be at risk of suicide, call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255.
And John, this is a huge, huge epidemic that's really facing much of the nation and even this area. We've seen, unfortunate suicides starting with children. And, certainly if anyone out there is feeling like that is an option, please just take a step back and think about it, and call somebody, call the hotline, just talk to someone about it, and because your life, is much, much, much more valuable than anything else that is going on. So great tips there, and a good report to get out for sure. Well, hopefully everybody is enjoying some of the warmer temps today, although it is raining like cats and dogs. This morning, my whole drive, it was just absolutely, spring is here. You can feel it. But Dakota says it's not 100% going to stay. So we'll
find out.
We'll have more in just a bit. But want to say hello to Joyce. Thank you for joining us. It looks like a lot of people are talking about the story we just talked about, the Purdue lawsuit. And you're right. The drug epidemic is absolutely a huge, huge, huge sweeping issue for the area, and I know local officials certainly are working hard on it. The lawsuit from New York State, one of that, but I think a lot of people probably want almost results now, not necessarily a lawsuit, but either way, state officials amending the suits that they already have out there. So certainly very interesting, and we'll continue to keep everybody updated on that. Hello to Victoria, hello to Josh, and hello to Adam, who is here as well. Hello to all of you, and hello to our John Schultz. It's Friday. It's time. It's our intern moment with John. He gets to anchor. He does a good job. The only thing is we got to get you a custom IFB, which is the earpiece that John wears.
Yes, I know.
Because
it just fell out again.
Yeah, this is like the fourth time I'm messing with my mic. He's trying to fix his ear thing.
There we go. It's in.
Okay.
We're good.
For right now, anyway.
Yeah, right now.
Okay. Right now. Coming up next, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter. He has a custom IFB. He has details of our weekend weather forecast.
And later, 2 Jamestown High School seniors move on to a regional speech competition. How much scholarship money is up for grabs? Details when we return.
Stay with us.
When I'm streaming and I'm talking to my community, we have that literally split-second interaction. If somebody says hello, I say hello right back immediately, and it kind of creates that connection. Because like my subscribers and my followers, we pretty much go by Re-Ups Army. All the hate and everything that goes around, that's kind of like our mission statement. Is just be positive and enjoy each other's time. It's more or less just trying to use the internet in a positive way. Like we all from around the world get to connect on the same level, which is, we all love video games. Mixer.com/Re-Up. I'm live every single day, 8 p.m.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
Turn to Brotherhood Property Maintenance for all your lawn care and landscaping needs, no matter the season. Brotherhood Property Maintenance does it all, from professional plowing during the winter months to expert landscaping all summer long. Count on Brotherhood Property Maintenance for mowing, landscaping, tree work, spring and fall cleanup, plus snow removal. Serving both commercial and residential lots, check out Jamestown's fastest growing landscaping crew on Facebook or call us right now to book an appointment.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
Yeah, I think we should raise some money to get John a custom IFB. Maybe a bake sale, a car wash, something. We'll raise the money. 52 was the high yesterday. That was nowhere near the records, but again, records are rare, so they're not very broken that often. We picked up over a half-inch worth of rainfall so far at the Jamestown airport over the past 24 hours, with the majority of that coming last night. And this is just, I mentioned this before, but I think Normal mentioned this during sports. A lot of people's brackets were busted over the weekend, so yeah, predicting the future is hard. So please be kind. We wind. Weather headlines for you. Widespread rain through the day. Nature will throw a temper tantrum over the weekend. We're talking 50s on Saturday. We may see a flock of seagulls flying. And then on Sunday, you'll be grabbing the snow brush and you'll be angry. That's the way it is. And in the words of James Reed, not too shabby next week as we start to clear out. So let's talk about the weekend here. And what's happening is there's going to be a front that's going to stall right across western New York. And this is the big debate here. It looks like as you get to the north, near the Lake Ontario shoreline, they'll be in the 40s. We'll be in the 50s. But once you work south and east, they'll likely be in the lower 60s, and this is all in association with this stalled front. And this is going to produce the rain, but ultimately the colder air will work in on the back edge of this, and it will change all of this to snow for Saturday night and Sunday. So we're not expecting a whole lot of snow. You can see that here in these numbers here, about 1 to 2 inches. It's not going to be like big fluffy snow. It's going to be wet snow, but don't be surprised if you do wake up Sunday morning and you do find a little bit of wet snow on the ground. Again, some models are going more than this, but we're keeping it down to about 1 to 2, and it's going to be that wet snow, and the highest chance for that 2 inches, higher hills. Again, it's all elevation based. So if you're higher elevation, you'll expect some more of that wet snow. Just gray skies on the News Now cam. We've seen raindrops falling from time to time. 39 is the current temperature with a northeast wind of 8, and there's that wind chill down to 33 degrees. It is below average, and nowhere we don't have as much sunshine as we did earlier in the week. First Defense Doppler, there's the rain that's been coming through the area. This is the back edge of the first band that's coming through. We'll zoom you right into Chautauqua County and show you here that the rain is starting to come to an end, and but there will be a few more raindrops to go through the early afternoon. Eastward into Cat County, again, the rain is a little bit more steadier out here, but again, there's the back edge of it there, and then that'll continue moving to the east and south. And we'll show you here on Future Scan the future that, a few more rain showers are possible. It turns more scattered for the evening hours, but then more widespread snow comes tomorrow with that stalled front. And again, it's going to be a wet day tomorrow, and especially going into tomorrow night, it'll change over to all snow. So for the overnight tonight, temperatures will drop back not too much, 38 to 43. Rain showers, the majority of those showers will be after midnight by the time you're sleeping, so who cares? Next 7 days on the big screen, powered by Brotherhood Property Maintenance. And again, there's that high, 56 Saturday, and then we go right down 32 on Sunday. Chance for a few more wet snow showers through the afternoon, and then sunshine returns, and we make a run at 60 once again late next week. Sports is next, so don't you move a muscle.
Invest in your business or cause by letting the marketing gurus at WNY News Now and WNY Media Company grow your business.
Purchase an ad much like the one you are watching now on WNY News Now's daily show, News Now at Noon, WNYNewsNow.com, or our brand new mobile app.
And then get feedback from our marketing experts and fans alike.
And finally, watch your business grow.
As an added bonus, Community Partners messages will run not only on our scheduled programming, but on weather alerts and breaking news as well.
Plus, messages are shared on WNY Sports Now programming. Anything from a live local basketball game to the Phone Zone Sports Desk.
Become part of our family today.
And contact us right now.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first. WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
Rejoice, sports fans, it is Friday. Welcome back to WNY News Now. I'm Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. Starting tonight, the Jamestown Jackals basketball team will play the first of 2 home games as we approach the weekend. Tonight at 7 o'clock, the Jackals will host the Owensboro Thoroughbreds. The other home game will be on Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock against the Kansas City Tornadoes. Jamestown is currently in 6th in the basketball league with an 11-10 record. Tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, the Buffalo Sabres will be on the road against the New York Islanders, the first of back-to-back games Buffalo has this weekend. Buffalo also has a home game on Sunday night at 6 o'clock as they host the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Sabres have lost 5 straight and are still in 6th in the Atlantic with 72 points, 8 points behind the Florida Panthers. Buffalo currently has 5 games remaining in the 2018-2019 season. The final 4 games to cap off the NCAA March Madness Sweet 16 will take place tonight, with the winners advancing to the Elite 8. 2 of the Elite 8 games are locked and ready to go for the weekend. Number 3 seed Texas Tech and top-seeded Gonzaga will battle on Saturday night at 6:09. The other game that is set will be the number 3 seeded Purdue Boilermakers versus the number 1 seed Virginia Cavaliers at 8:49 on Saturday night. The other 2 Elite 8 games will be on Sunday, with the teams and tip-off times yet to be determined. That's it for sports today. John and Justin, back to you.
Norm, thank you. 2 Jamestown High School seniors won the top spots in the Optimist Oratorical Contest in Lockport this month. Grayson Holt and William Carr will now move to the next level of competition and compete against all the other winners in Utica on April 27th. The 5-minute speech was based on this topic. Is there a fine line between optimism and reality? The ultimate grand prize is a $22,000 college scholarship.
Wow, big bucks. Good luck to both of them, and good work thus far. I don't know, Dakota, do you think there's a fine line between optimism and reality?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm a science guy. I'm not an English person guy with this.
Would you take reality then? Like whatever.
I don't even know
what in the world.
It's got to
be right here. It's like this battery that caused my microphone to die. This is real. And when I throw it against the wall, no, I'm not going to.
But the thing is, it's like, I don't understand. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. I'm a science guy. I don't.
See, I think are you a science guy? Or are you a more English guy?
No, more of an English, definitely.
Okay, so we'll both talk about this then. So
Okay.
What they're trying to explain here, the question is, if you're such an optimist, right? You want something to succeed. Say you start a bake shop and you really, really want it to succeed,
Right.
but no one's buying your cookies because you can't bake, right? So no one's coming, and it's time to close down your business because it doesn't work. I'm speaking metaphorically, of course. Follow your dreams. But, it's great to succeed. But if the situation is calling for you to close or to move on to something else, sometimes you got to do that. At least that's what this is talking about.
So there's obviously a line, but it's just like, where is that line?
Where is the line? That's the question. That is what everyone's asking. But most people probably just want to know what the heck Dakota Hunter has to say. So go ahead.
Yeah, so let's talk about this weekend situation. So Saturday, there's going to be a front that's going to stall directly across the region. We're talking 40s well to the north, 50s here. Once you work south and east, we're talking lower 60s. And the weekend's going to be one of these weekends where, you're going to have rain on Saturday, and then on Sunday you're grabbing that snow brush and you're going to be ticked off. That's the way it works. So again, weather and property maintenance 7-day, 32 on Sunday. Can you believe that? That's feeling like February, but at least we rebound a little bit into next week. Temperatures return to the 50s, and how about Thursday? We make a run at 60 once again.
All right, cool. Dakota, thank you.
You're welcome.
As always. I can't wait for those 60s because I'm not looking forward to the...
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about it because by tomorrow I'll be on the beach. So
You will be.
Thanks, John.
Where are you going, John?
Panama City.
Panama City, Florida. That's the Gulf Coast?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Oh, sweet.
I'm excited.
We will be jealous. Send us pictures.
Will do.
Don't do anything too crazy.
I won't.
Don't get arrested.
I won't.
Stuff
Don't
like
be
that.
walking around on the beach with a metal detector and shorts.
Do whatever the opposite of Matt Hummel would do.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
We love you, Matt. Hey, want to send a real quick birthday shout out to Mackenzie Lux, my girlfriend.
Oh,
Happy
geez.
birthday to you. Did you say, oh, Jesus?
I said, oh, jeez.
Oh, uh-huh. Anyways, happy birthday to you. Love you. And hopefully you have a great day. We'll see you soon. John's a big Mackenzie fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're friends. Why do you think you got an internship here? No, I'm just kidding.
And I'm fired.
Hey, you're not fired, Dakota. I like you. That's it for us today. News continues 24/7. WNYNewsNow.com. Hopefully you have a great weekend. We'll see you here on Monday.